listening talks of different teachers, there's so many different perspectives, and for the mind it is so confusing, and it can often bring the silent point to silent point at the end. It's only confusing if you want to be confused. If you don't want to be confused, then you'll just listen to one teacher, or you'll not take any of the teachers too seriously. That confusion can only happen because it's already there inside of you. And confusion happens because you predominantly listen too much to what you think, and that really what's being pointed to is something beyond what you think. On the thinking level, everything can be right and wrong, actually. So if somebody says something completely opposite, like you have to do this to get into enlightenment, like that's just words appearing, and then me saying there is nobody that comes to enlightenment, it's just the words. But what's the relevant point is that who is experiencing that? Who knows that? Who are you? This idea of somebody that needs to do something to get to enlightenment, or needs not to do something to get into enlightenment. And all the time, it's all appearing in this moment. It's all appearing in presence. Who are you? Who? Love to you, Lisa. I'm so grateful for your presence. Thank you so much again and again. Hi, Etya. With pleasure, Etya. Hi, Fabrizio. To ask myself who has experienced all of this sometime of this seems quite meaningless. Of course it's meaningless, because the answer isn't in meaning. So of course it's meaningless. The mind that's like zzz, trying to find the answer will never find the answer, because it's not in appearances. So of course it's meaningless. There is no doubt about it, and nonetheless the apathy is there. It's a deep feeling without story, actually. Do you think I can ask questions to the solar plexus, like establishing a relationship with it and knowing what is this apathy about? Yeah, sure. Yeah, like going into the body, and you'll feel it when it's a vibration, when you say the right vibration of the solar plexus. Are you angry? And you'll feel like, it will feel right, like yes, no. Hi Lisa, only found your site this week, so very new to this. Hi Nige.
Nige.
Yeah, Nige. Hi Nige. Hi Lisa. Please can I ask what is the key thing that will trigger the shift to get the clarity, to fully appreciate and to be pure conscious awareness rather than just understanding it? Does it require study, long who am I meditation, satsang, retreats? Can it just be seen? Thanks, Nige. Who is it that's going to see it? Who is this person that you're convinced is going to see it? So you've got this idea of this person that has this whole mission of waking up now, and then you've got this idea of retreats and meditation. Retreats and meditation will happen, but you've got this idea that you as a person, as an entity that's an imagination inside your brain and then a feeling in the body, has to do all of this to arrive at enlightenment. But who becomes enlightened? Who is this you? Who let the dogs out? It gives this feeling that there's somebody there. Like we have these chakra feelings, so we have feelings in our body, and then we have thoughts appearing, and then we have this image in our head, and then we have this idea that all of that belongs to me, and I'm this image, and I'm moving through time. I've come from the past, I came from something in the past, and I'm moving to the future, and I am going to get enlightened. I'm now going to get enlightened, and that's who I am. And while you believe that's who you are, while there's identification with that person, your life will always be frustrated because it's a lie, and you're not actually paying attention to what's happening inside your body. You're trying to be something that you're not. What's actually happening now? Where does that question come from? Where in your body does that question come from? You think the question comes from your mind, but it comes up into the mind because there's somewhere in the body that's uncomfortable. So there's some part of your body that is not comfortable with what's happening, otherwise you wouldn't have a question. So there's some part of your chakra system that's uncomfortable, and then the thought bubbles up in your mind, I am incomplete. So you've got an image of you that's incomplete, and I need to get somewhere. And really it's a sensation appearing in the body. So there is this tightness, this feeling of not being loved, and then this seeking. So this seeking manifests of, in order to be loved, I need to get enlightened, or my life is meaningless, which would be solar plexus. And now to find meaning, so it bubbles up as a thought, I need to get enlightened. And then there's an image of you that needs to get enlightened. And in that story of you becoming enlightened, then it can fulfill the solar plexus to an extent. There can be moments where you feel more meaningless, where you feel more hopeful, but then you will drop into the other side of it as well. And you'll never actually arrive because you're living a lie. That image of you that you have inside your mind, that you believe came and sat and is watching me and found me last week and is going into the future, doesn't actually exist. That's not you. Okay, I'm going to go in a moment, so if you've got any more last questions, then ask them now. As we come to the end. So it's all about healthy chakras and how to deal with them. No, the absolute suffering is this identification with this image that's always going in time. That's the suffering. But when you're identified with that image, then you look to the body and see what's going on. It's not if you suddenly align all your chakras that you're going to wake up. Waking up is the disidentification with the body-mind, including the chakras. The end of identifying with it. Especially the lower ones, I feel huge pain there and contraction. Yeah, so while you feel huge pain there, it's because you've got unconscious thoughts going on, and then what will happen in your mind is your image of self will always be trying to avoid that discomfort. So lower chakra would be trust, rootedness, groundedness to the earth, that's the root chakra. And then the sacral chakra is about work and creativity and sexuality. So where you've got problems there, they will be tightly contracted, and then you've got this image of yourself, and the image of the self will be trying to seek to avoid those feelings. So maybe you have like excessive porn addiction if it's the sacral chakra, or you have a numbness there, or no sexuality, or lack of sexuality, or you have an inability to maintain a job, an inability to find work, an inability to be creative, or maybe there's too much work, too much creativity, too much focus on money. And then in the grounded one is like lack of trust, lack of being grounded. Your energy might be too much up in thinking, not enough trust. But it's not that you've got to have them balanced. It's that when they're really tightly contracted, and if you believe you are someone, then what happens is that pain in the body gets interpreted to you, and then you seek to find the resolution to it. You seek to avoid not trusting. You seek to avoid not trusting this world. And then actually what you do is you bring that into yourself through you're focusing on it, and what you'll actually bring is distrust in your world. You'll see distrust everywhere. Just like if you shut your eyes and you keep focusing on the color blue, you'll see blue everywhere. Just wanted to say thank you. It's a pleasure, Praveen. It's a pleasure. Hello, dear Lisa. Because there is total resignation here with all you say and feel, do you think that having no question for you is a good place to be? Just being present in the moment feels so natural and at ease. Thank you. Yeah, I think that's really beautiful. Like, this is it right now. And what can also happen in these talks is a resonance with something that's so much deeper than words. Like, so you're not taking the words so seriously, and there's just a tuning in and the music on the this other energy, this resonance. I seek to change. So that's the solar plexus. I seek to change. The feeling or thought wanting to get enlightened is still strongly present. So who is this person that wants to get enlightened? And where is it in your body you feel that? Because in order to want to be somebody that gets enlightened, there's something in you that feels lack, that feels not enough. Where is it? What is that lack story about the world and about yourself? And where do you feel that in the body? And explore that and investigate that. And see it for what it is, that it's not true, that that feeling doesn't equal a you that has lack. It's simply a feeling, a conditioned feeling that you've picked up, and it's making it feel like a real experience, like there's somebody there that has lack, and there's somebody there that needs to become something better than what they are. Just notice all of that. I love your beautiful window views. Yeah, it's really beautiful this time of year here. Very green. And we painted the balcony this year, this white colour and orange colour, so it's also giving it like very beautiful colour in the evening. Like this orangey colour. So it's actually white, but the walls are orange. It looks very nice. There was this nasty brown colour when I moved in, and black. It was so dark. I was so naive when I bought this house. And I think it's really sweet, but I didn't realise the amount of work that goes into renovating a house. I was like, yeah, just a bit of paint. I didn't realise how much work that was. And it's good that I did that, because I wouldn't have bought it if I did know. And it's a really beautiful house, but it was so run down. Derek, hey Derek. So happy to hear you emphasizing the importance of disidentification with the mind and the concept of self. Yes. Okay guys, well that's enough for this evening. I will be back again on Sunday at 6 p.m. French time. I wish you a beautiful week, and thank you for sharing and being so open. And remember to like the video if you like it, if you want Google to share it. That's the important part. Thanks guys. Bye.